Warning. The following is for a mature audience. Listener discretion advised.
Oh, you recording? Dear Bobby Brown, you have destroyed everybody's hope, okay? And all I gotta say is, you.
12 seconds later.
Listen, Robert Beresford. Yeah. F you. You have ruined everybody's childhood, teenagehood. 5-year-olds is crying right now, okay?
Good, man.
If you want to get even and petty with Whitney's family, okay, but you ain't have to make her seem like a whole devil. He done made this lady look like a crackhead, a cokehead, and a fiend all in one movie. Like, and then he didn't get someone who looked the part. He got someone who looked like Luther Vandross, and he got someone who looked like
12 seconds later.
Rick James. How you gonna get someone who looked like Rick James to play Whitney Houston?
Rick James, bitch. Enjoy yourself.
But you got a person who looked better than your wife to play your wife. It makes no sense. Like, come on, you could have did Whitney better. I don't understand, Robert. And this is my thing. Certain parts were just unbelievable, okay? If you had a stroke and you was high out of your mind and strung out, how in the hell Whitney did that? Like, it makes no sense. Like, most of the time you was too strung and cracked out to remember half of the stuff that happened. Both of y'all was strung and cracked out, okay? And then, like, you really got people out here, like, really believing that, like, she was a devil. I'm not saying she was an angel, but dang! You made her look like a whole fiend. You made her look like Janine from,
Why did the crackhead cross the street? To get some crack.
You made her look like a whole total fiend. Like, you had her looking crazy. And then had yourself looking like a whole angel. Like, even when you was running through the grass, I felt bad for you.
Run away! Hurry! Run, Forrest, run!
Even when you had the gun to her head, I felt bad for you. Like, you had yourself looking like a little saint. And you had Miss Cross-Eyed Alicia.
And I'm ready to go.
In order to make your wife look perfect, you made it seem like she took all your kids in, she took the whole family in. When according to family members, it was not like that. And according to your own child, Bobby Christina, she didn't want nothing to do with you, your wife, and she said you chose. Basically you chose your wife over her, and she said she didn't like your wife and she had no intentions of getting to know her. Even though, according to rumors from back in the day, you was sleeping with Alicia during the 90s when you was married to Whitney Houston. According to Superhead, you was messing with her and Alicia at the same time.
I would call, when they lived in Atlanta, I'd call their home to speak to him. I remember the first time it happened, I didn't think that she was home, but I had the home number. So I'm calling, because usually he was by himself, and she was starting to work again and getting herself back together. And the first time it happened, I called the house, and Whitney Houston answered the phone. You know.
What is it, Bobby? What is it? Were you just messing with Alicia, or was you messing with Superhead, or was you just with Whitney? Like, this wasn't a bio, man. This was about you and Whitney. Like every other stupid movie, you and Whitney. We don't want to know about Whitney. We knew she was on crack. We knew she was on crack, okay?
Don't do that. Your crack is whack.
Oh, man.
Like, I'm not judging you, Mr. Bobby Brown.
It's my prerogative.
But I just feel like you could have told us something more.
I can do just what I feel.
Like, more to your story, because honestly, this story was mainly about you, Whitney, and how your ex-wife suddenly changed your life. You're making it seem like your relationship with her was evil and that it didn't work out because of her. No, and she was the bigger artist. She had more money. She had more fame. She was the bigger artist. She was the bread maker. And that was something to envy.
Like, was he jealous of you? He's not gonna like this, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then did you try to overcompensate? I tried to play down all the time.
Yeah.
I did.
He's making it seem like he was sober throughout the movie. Bro, we know you had to do some coke in prison, in jail. We know you had to do something.
I can do just what I feel.
So don't make it seem like you was sober or whatever. Nah, you can't be sober. It went from 1999 to 2000 and something. You wasn't sober that whole time. You destroyed every female besides your wife in that movie. You made Janet look like a thought, okay?
I can do
You
just
made
what
the
I
other
feel.
females who you slept with like a thought. You made your ex-wife look like a thought, okay? You made everybody in that movie look bad and bitter, but your wife. And that's not adding up to me because everybody has a bad and bitter time. But to destroy other females' images and make your wife image look good, it's a little skeptical. But like I said again, she's the producer of the movie, so of course she's gonna look nice and she's gonna look like an angel.
Bitch!
And then my thing is, why didn't you add the part where you was homeless to your movie?
Bob had been living with me for a while. There was a time where Bob, his brother, his kids, they were all in my life. Staying with me, sleeping on my couch, sleeping on my floor. We were like family. Loved the Browns. Whitney had put him out, had cut him off. He came to me. I took care of him. Okay. Bob had clothes and shoes. As soon as he scuffed a pair of shoes, I'd buy him another pair of shoes. Bob ate for free. Bob drove around in nice cars for free. Bob lived a decent life. I couldn't give him what Whitney was giving him, but he was living in the hills, sitting poolside, drinking tequila, and having no cares.
How come you didn't show the part where you was doing demonic stuff and like everything, how you was abusive? How come you didn't? It was a lot of stuff you didn't show. You could have showed stuff that we never seen before, but you didn't. You chose to go the petty route. Can you pause it?
12 seconds later.
Subscribe to my channel.
Oh, man.
Warning. The following is for a mature audience. Listener discretion advised.